When I was growing up, there was the Force, and then there was the dark side of the Force.
Yes.
It seems to me that the nomenclature has maybe been tweaked a little bit. Now we have the light side and the dark side. Was that a creative decision?
I don't know if it was so explicit, but it always felt like it was implicit. The idea that the Force was this one thing, but there was the dark side of the Force. And that was always the sort of, the temptation of power and greed. And, it's almost like, the flip side of the coin.
Daisy, you truly found her on a distant planet. I was curious if you had an idea in mind for who you wanted for that role.
We saw a lot of people, and one day I remember walking down the corridor and Daisy Ridley was sitting there getting ready to come in. And then she auditioned and was really lovely. I thought, oh my God, she's amazing, but can she do the real intense stuff? So we brought her back in and she did this first take. It was like, tears. So I said, okay, let's do it again this time, very emotional, but you're not gonna cry. And she did it again. I'm like, what the hell? She was literally able to take a direction, make it her own, make it better than I could have ever imagined. Anyway, I cannot wait for you to see her in this movie. She's spectacular.
That's super cool. Are you a gamer? Do you play the Star Wars games?
That's why I play with my son who's 17. Usually what will happen is I'll walk in and he'll give me the controls and I'll start to play, a level. So I haven't even gotten to fly yet, but I've gotten to run and gun, and despite how many times I get taken down, which is all the time, to actually get to play a little bit in the Star Wars universe is incredible. I think they've done an amazing job on this game.
To what do you attribute the fact that Harrison Ford seems to be in such an incredibly good mood these days?
I mean, I've known him for a little while, and
regarding Henry, right?
Yeah, and I've always found him to be, probably more jovial than he may have come across. But given what he's gone through this year, this is a guy who has just come through experiences that I think can wake you up a little bit and make you realize how lucky we all are to be here. The fact that he's among the actors people here today is not just a miracle, but something I'm incredibly grateful for.
My last question. What do you want for Christmas this year?
Like an 800 thread count, just so I can pass out in any sort of mattress that you have.
You've definitely earned it. You've definitely earned it.
We aren't going to get into the controversy with these films. This is going to be just straight up 3 solid minutes of recapping. No in hindsight plot fixes, no anti-pod racing hate speech.